This is the front suspension. It's all BMR stage 2. It's got disc brakes, slotted rotors in the front. The suspension really changed the ride of the car, man. Out here in the back, it's also all BMR. BMR springs, tubular uppers and lowers, BMR uppers and lowers. Has Bilstein shocks all around, which made a huge difference in the ride quality. The fuel system is back here. It's just a Holly blue Dash 8 line all the way to the front with a filter. And then it's got a sump on it. Sump leaks a little bit. I had a buddy weld it in for me, and he didn't do a great job, but I just put some silicone on it or something, and it stopped, but it's all right. Rear end is a 12 bolt with 373s and an Eaton posi unit. Exhaust is all custom, 3.5 inch Hedman headers. It's got a deep sump Hughes trans cover. Here you see the mufflers. Got big 3.5 inch mufflers on it. It's really, really loud. And then this is the custom dry shaft. It's 3 inch also. Here's a quick view of the trunk. Like I said, it's solid as can be. Not a spot of rust in it. It's got the Optima battery mounted in the back. And then if you look up here in the package tray, also super solid. It's got a little bit of surface rust right from just being an old car, but there's no holes or anything like that. It's super solid. And then as I told you, the roll cage is just bolted in. You can see right there where it's just bolted in. So if you want to, you can remove that. That's not a big deal. So this is a cold start video. I haven't turned on the car in at least well over a month, man, since I've moved the car. I have another 72 big block Chevelle that I bought, so this one's just my spare now. So anyway, let me fire it up for you. So what I normally do is put the key forward, turn the pump on, let it fill up. It's a big block, so they run cold. Give it a few pumps. Gotta let it warm up a little bit. Like I said, it's a big block, man. They're very cold natured. This is gauges. It's got the voltmeter, it's got the water temperature, and then the oil pressure is at 70 pounds. It's got really good oil pressure. An altimeter tack up here with a shift light. All the lights work. Radio works. It's got a retro radio in it. Not that you can hear it anyway, but it does have a radio, and it's got little 4-inch speakers up on the dashboard. All right, so we'll do the outside real quick. Like I said, 468 big block, Edelbrock aluminum heads. It's got derailleur fans. It's got a cold case radiator, all GM hoses. Really nice MSD system. Everything's tucked up under the dash to keep it out of the heat. Has a big, huge True Cool transmission cooler. It's up here in the front. It's huge. The hood is by Glass Tech. And the front spoiler is by Glass Tech as well. Moving on, so this car was a vinyl top car. You can still see some of the vinyl right here, right? But as you can see, it's all clean. This is just surface rust. This is the body line here. Really clean all along the window edges. This door is an original door. Has a little bit of surface rust here. It has a Scott Rod Fab sheet metal door panels. And then I do have a rear seat delete from Scott Rod Fab also for the back. Looking at the roof, like I said, this was a vinyl top car, so it still has the pins. The top is super clean. This is just a body joint, the what do you call it, the old lead. As you can see, these spots are just, I guess, the glue. I've never messed with it, but it's all solid. This is just glue from the, I guess it's glue, I don't know. I've never taken a Scotch-Brite pad or anything to it. I never get the car wet. It always sits indoors. Again, rear window surrounds, super clean, super solid. Not a spot of rust on them. Everything is just patina, man. That's all it is. Biggest area is just the lips, right? So you can just replace this area here or do like I did and just leave it alone. That's what I did. I didn't mess with it. The door on the driver's side is different. That's the way I bought the car. I bought it from a 17-year-old kid up near Round Rock, Texas. He was driving it to school every day, but his parents wanted him to get something more reliable. And then I bought it with the original small block in it. Had an original 350 in it, turbo 350 transmission. And then we swapped it out for the big block and the turbo 400. Again, has the Scott Rod Fab door panels. And then in the back, like I said, it has the, I have a kit to cover up the back area. I'm 6'2" and I'm a big guy. So when we got the car, it had the bar here and I didn't fit, man. So we had to cut the bar to get the seat to go back further so I could fit comfortably in it. The cage, like I said, it is bolted in at all the bottom. But up here on top, it is welded in up here. So if you do want to remove it, you would just have to cut it out. You know, that'd be the only way to get rid of it. And then you could just put the back seat back in it, you know, if you can find a back seat. Pulling the dipstick on it. It was pretty clean. I'll be honest with you, I don't drive the car enough. I've probably put in 2024, I probably put, man, no more than 1,000 miles on it. I use a VR1 Racing 2050 oil in it all the time. Like you saw there, it's at 75 pounds of oil pressure, cold, and it'll stay there all day. Like I said, the car doesn't run over 180 degrees. Has a fan controller down here, and then a block in case you need to, you know, use a timing light or whatever. We have a block down here for it. Has a Powermaster high amp 100, I think it's over 100 amp alternator for the fans and stuff. Transmission fluid. Perfectly clean. Transmission shifts very firm, very hard. It is full manual, so you do have to go back to low 1 every time you come to a stop. You have to go to low 1, and then you go, you know, 2 and 3 when you're rolling. So that's the only thing. Like I said, it is full manual. It doesn't even have a vacuum modulator on it. Like I said, it does have power steering. The gearbox is brand new. Got it from a guy in California that rebuilds them. And there's no leaks, no nothing out of it. It's got the small booster on it with the disc brakes all around. Well, I'm sorry, disc brakes in the front, slotted disc brakes in the front. And then it's got the big, I think they're 11-inch drums in the back. So it stops really good. But you know, it's got a cam in it, so it loses vacuum like after the first hit. But I drive it around town like without no problem, and it stops just fine. Here you can see the script on the heads. Is it there? It'll mark RPMs.
wise man once said, good cars get you from point A to point B. Great cars, well, they just get you into trouble.